Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Attract Mode with Lady Arcaders. I hope everyone's having an awesome weekend. My name is Peaconcy, and I'll be your host for today's showcase. As a big fan of indie games, I'm really excited for the doubleheader we've got in store for you today. Up first, we've got Absolum by threepup, and then after that, we have Lena's Inception by Maple Snow Girl. But before we get things started, I have a couple announcements to make. Lady Arcaders is celebrating its 4-year anniversary with a Twitch community raid train from Thursday, February 12th to Sunday the 15th. The train starts Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern during Attract Mode on this Twitch channel and rolls straight through nonstop until it loops back to Sunday's Attract Mode at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be celebrating all of our members and the incredible things they do, and there's some amazing showcases lined up, so you won't want to miss it. You can find the schedule by typing !raid train in chat. And speaking of Attract Mode, do you have a showcase you'd like to show off to the world? You're welcome to submit any type of game-related showcase to Attract Mode. Want to go fast, show off your Animal Crossing town, paint a mural, compose some music, or even bake a video game-related pie and then send me a slice? Those submissions are open now, and you can visit ladyarcaders.com for more details. All right, without further ado, and I apologize in advance for this, but I am absolutely thrilled to introduce threepup playing Absolum to Clears Warpless. You've got it, threepup.
Yeah, sorry y'all, I had to recover from that pun real quick. Hi everybody, I'm threepup. I am really excited to be showing off this really cool game to y'all. But before we begin and we get into all of my spiel, I did have a poll running to decide which of my first 2 characters I'll be playing. Do we have the results of that yet?
The poll has disappeared from my stream.
I saw the results to it. It looked like Cider won pretty convincingly for the first one.
Okay, cool. That's cool, because Cider has a lot of silly shenanigans. I will go ahead and lock that in, and then first off, before we begin, could my lovely commentators introduce themselves?
Mia, would you like to go first?
Sure. Hi, I'm Mia Schemes. I'm here to watch some Absolum.
And I'm Birch. Yeah.
Also here to watch
I've played this game before. I fight.
Yeah.
Is anybody else here in chat here to watch Absolum? Because I think it's
it'd be kind of awkward if you weren't.
Yeah, okay. I got a lot to explain. This game's got a lot going on, but before we begin, Mia, could you give me a countdown?
Absolutely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Okay.
Good luck.
Yes, so this is Absolum. It is a roguelike beat-em-up. I will get into mechanics in a second, but for right now I'm going to this little secret compartment underneath the hub to grab this shiny necklace. And for those of you who have played Hades before, there's kind of like the keepsakes for the gods that say oh yeah, if I take this keepsake then I'll get Ares or whatever. That's good. I take those necklaces to guarantee which of the rituals that I want to see during the run. Rituals are kind of like gods in Hades, to continue this analogy. It's just the different types of your roguelike usual upgrades you will get during the run. I go grab a lightning trinket, which will guarantee that I get lightning rituals during the run, which is important because apologies in advance, we're going to be hearing Spider-Mine a lot.
Spider-Mine.
Spider-Mine. I'll get into why this move in particular is so powerful in a bit, but before then, it's probably good to explain how this game functions as a roguelike. The map is you have I'm here to fight 4 major bosses during the run, and to get to those bosses, there's a lot of branching paths you would normally expect in a roguelike. Okay, yeah, there we go. Each like section of the map is split up into 3 different combat maps, which I need to clear out all the enemies on the map. I know what these maps look like, and I know roughly like how they're laid out in terms of like where the enemies are and stuff. So I generally know what I'm fighting at each of these map sections, and I've selected the map sections with like the quickest bosses that I can fight in mind.
I don't know if
I was going to ask you if there was an optimal sort of routing for this.
Yes. Like, I'm trying to do a
look at the little punch
thing real quick.
animation from the mushrooms. Look at the little blue mushrooms punch animation.
Okay, so yeah, there's a very particular route that I'm going through this map. I go to this section of the map first to get one of these sword things, which is called an inspiration, which is a major upgrade that will be changing a lot of how I play the game the rest of the run. The first inspiration that I grab is one called Recycle. One second, let me grab movement speed and crit, and then move on. Yeah, Recycle. Whenever I throw out one of my gadgets, which the spider mines are a gadget, when the gadget expires, I get mana back, and mana is important because mana lets me throw out more spider mines. You'll see in the upper left corner that blue bar. That's my mana bar, and each section like lets me use my Arcana. It's called one more time. So having more and more mana is pretty important because spider mine is quite good. And one of the reasons for that, one of the reasons why Spider-Mine is so good is that it's an Arcana, and I can get an upgrade through my rituals to make it so that every time I throw out my Arcana, you'll see that little like pink ball thing that like strikes down on enemies. That thing hits for a ton. And the fact that I can keep spamming my Arcana over and over and over again because Recycle will give me back mana over and over and over again means this game's going to get very silly very quickly.
I'm so here for this.
Yeah. Words. Right now I'm on a pig, and I'm using the pig to just kill everything really quickly. There's a bunch of mounts you can unlock in the game. Like, it's just one of the upgrades you can find in your usual roguelike between run permanent upgrade thing. It's important to note in this game that to unlock the mounts, you need to pet them first. So I had to pet this pig, just so you know. So yes,
Hopefully
you can
you also
in fact
wanted
pet
to.
the dog. I wanted to pet the pig, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good pick.
Another mini boss here. This one's actually pretty easy. Yeah, he's already gone.
Such a tease.
And
Damn.
yeah. For some reason, that mini boss has like a chance to be one of 2 different mini bosses. The one that was like on the ground was the normal mini boss. That fight's a lot harder than the one I did, because you saw that. Yeah, that mage will do a lot of damage, but it won't actually. It doesn't have a lot of
sure
health.
is a mount.
Yeah, this is
Look at this little
Puppy.
guy.
Yeah, he's Puppy. Yeah. I will usually take the mounts because I have another upgrade set to give me a free mount at every like major rest spot, and I mostly use it for movement speed just because moving fast is good.
That's a lot of spider mines.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that is a lot of mines.
So, yes, I picked up an inspiration called Arcana Mastery, which is a special type of inspiration that can only be unlocked by finishing the like side story quest of the character that you're playing as. But if you do get it and you do like find that inspiration, it will upgrade your Arcana in a let's do that. It will upgrade your Arcana in a unique way. For Spider Mine, that unique upgrade is that instead of 1 Spider Mine, you have 3. And instead of sitting there stationary, they will follow their enemies, which is really nice, because normally they're stationary and that can be a little difficult if they don't like hit the enemy correctly. But yeah, they can just follow the enemy, blow up, give me more mana, and yeah, you start. I imagine folks are starting to see how this build's coming together now. I'm just going to keep spider mining over and over and over again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's also important to note that in order to like kind of guarantee I get this build during the run, the game does let you re-roll the upgrades that you receive. Normally it costs crystals, which is like the normal. Take that, thank you. Crystals are the meta upgrade currency, like your shadow or your other meta currencies and roguelikes that I am forgetting at this moment in time. You may notice in the bottom of the screen my crystals count is quite high. Yeah, I totally grinded all of that myself.
Your defeat was foretold long ago.
This is the first major boss, the Underking. This song is cool. It's done by Mick Gordon of Doom fame. They got him to do one song on the soundtrack, and it's incredible. Please listen to it in your own time, because you're not going to hear it right now.
Too many minds.
There's the Underking gone.
Spider-Mine.
Is the song called Spider-Man?
You have to destroy this like blue portal thingy. I think it's got something to do with the lore. It's been a minute since I've beaten this game, so I don't quite know. But as a reward for killing that boss, I do get an extra NP segment, as you see up top there. But yeah.
Hell yeah. That's probably what the crystal is. Speaking of lore, you were talking before the stream about the lore of Cider. And why she, they? I don't know the pronouns.
Cider uses they them pronouns.
Cool. So their pronoun, or they're a doll kind of thing, like a half doll thing.
Mm-hmm.
And can you explain that a little bit?
Yes. So each character in this game has their own little plot hooks, their own personal stories that you will discover if you play this game casually yourself, which you should, because this game's really cool. And I think it got a little underrated because it came out right sandwiched between like the Hades 2 Silksong Apocalypse of 2025. But yeah, Cider, their story is that they woke up one day and like half of their body had been replaced with these doll parts, like these arm blades and everything else. And they have no idea why that happened. All they remember, I believe all that they really remember, is that they died before. And now they're not dead. And now they're like part like killing machine, and they're trying to figure that out. Alright, come on.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, it's just the worst, you know?
Yeah.
For me, it's just another Thursday.
Alright, so we're in our second biome now, Jeroba, the Living Forest. There is actually another biome, Yeldrim, I forget the subtitle, but I don't go there. It's scary. I don't like it there. It's like full of like zombies and skeletons and stuff, and they're really mean over there. I don't like it.
I've got to say, if threepup of enjoying horror games says that it's too scary, I never want to see that place.
Unleash the storm.
So I've grabbed 2 upgrades for my like proximity charge thingies. I forget what they're called all the time, but one important one that I grabbed last upgrade, like the one before this most recent one. Now my proximity charges, instead of staying stationary, they will follow a target and explode on them, which is cool because if they don't explode, then that's damage that I've lost. Another one that I've grabbed is now, instead of detonating one time, my charges will detonate more than once, which is just even more damage.
To answer the question in chat, the frog actually does have a cape.
You see, I wrote the descriptions, and this entire call was like, oh, Brome's a frog wizard. You should mention frog wizard. I was like, no, frog is the only important part to distinguish Brome. But yes, Brome does have a cape.
Yes, yeah, we do have. We will slash do. I don't know currently, but this is a 2-run showcase, so there will be another character that y'all get to pick.
Yeah, that poll is up right now. Everybody
Cool.
can choose.
Yeah. To give quick little synopses for the other two characters, Galandra is a dark elf, like, fighter, warrior, carrying your normal dark fantasy giant sword. She's really cool. And then Brome is a frog wizard and a loving father.
And then there's Carl.
And then there's Carl.
Shout out to dads.
I don't know how to play Carl, so he's not on the poll. I'm sorry to the dwarf enjoyers in chat.
Carl is a dwarf with a gun.
And his name is just Carl.
His name is just Carl.
Let's just grab more proximity spark damage and move on with my life.
So with like these rituals that threepup is like picking up right now, each of them augment different parts of the character's kit.
Yeah.
How, like, are you just re-rolling until you get stuff specifically for Arcana, or are you willing to get some stuff that's a little bit more just general other upgrades?
Generally, for the first upgrade of the run, I will go for one very specific type. Different
That's
characters
the
have a
recycle?
different... that's for inspirations. For Arcana, Arcana, I am going for generally a specific upgrade to start. For Cider, I want the upgrade on Arcana. For other characters, I want different upgrades, and we'll show that off in when we do a different character next run. But
So really, to get your build going, you just need like the one thing, as opposed to like we were drawing the comparison to Hades earlier, but sometimes Hades builds require a series of boons,
Yeah.
and the like to like get going. You really just kind of need the one thing.
Yeah, there are upgrades that are faster. Like you might want to try to fish, because like you can actually get upgraded versions of your rituals. Like at the start of the run, I got a upgraded version of the Arcana upgrade, which was really nice because that gives me just more damage to start. I don't fish that hard for that. If it happens, it happens. But like, especially after the first one, I don't want to spend too much time sitting there re-rolling over and over again. That's time loss when I'm actually in the run. So I generally will just kind of take which upgrade sounds the best at the time and just go on from there. Like right now, basically all I'm doing right now is just pumping up proximity spark damage as high as it possibly can, because other than that, I don't really need anything else.
You don't need anything to augment your attacks or
No.
any other thing like that.
At this point, Cider is literally just a spider mine machine. There's really no purpose to them like throwing out any other attacks, except for sometimes I might just to build up some MP again. Without recycle, to get MP back, you have to do like your normal combos and stuff. Kind of like a fighting game, like building up your super gauge or something like that. We are working our way towards our second boss here, who is this big fish on the throne over there. We have to do a little fight through an arena first. Feels like a good kind of note. You may see enemies that are like glowing. Those are elite enemies. They have extra health, and more importantly, they have super armor, which for those who don't play fighting games, that just means that they can't be like stunned, like using with your attacks. You have to like, in order to stun a armored enemy, you have to like break their attack in some way.
I like you might see some enemies that are glowing, you know, very, very, very briefly before they also get blown up by the spider mines.
While I'm doing this boss fight, Perch, since you played the game before, you mind explaining like the defense mechanics of flashing and deflecting?
Okay, so there are essentially 2 to 3 different types of parries in the game, depending on how you want to find it, because these are parries. Clashes are when how you essentially parry in this game with either clashes or I'm forgetting the term for the dash one. Is that
That's a deflect.
because I know clashes deflect. So there's clashes, which is when you meet an attack with another attack, and then there's a deflect where you meet the attack with a dash. And the deflect is more kind of like your traditional parry, whereas a clash just kind of knocks the attack off.
Yeah.
I think they're because you could also do it with specials. Am I not?
So yeah, clashes are triggered with Arcanas and your skill, which is like on for me it's on the Y, I'm on Xbox, but like that top button. It's like for Cider, their skill is the grappling hook, and you can if you hit an attack with the grappling hook, then you will parry it. And clashes, being the hardest to hit, give you the best window to retaliate. Deflects are dodging into an attack, and they are a bit easier to pull off, so you do get a window to punish, but not as good as if you had Clash. And then there's also dodging, which gives you, like, which doesn't really give you a window, but it does just let you avoid attacks, which is sometimes preferable.
This will be on the test.
This will be on the test. I'll probably spend some more time in the next run going into some of the finer details of the combat and everything. Because, yeah, this game's got a lot going on. It's really cool. If any fans of fighting games out there, like, the reason why this game, like, drew me in the first place is like, wow, this is like a fighting game that doesn't give me anxiety to play. This is awesome.
Also, like, one thing I do want to draw attention to is that, like, this game is hard. Like, do not let how quickly threepup is getting through this with all these spider mines. This game is hard. I did a run this morning for the first time since, like, December, and got my ass handed to me. So,
yeah, this game's hard. It took me hours to get past the Ender King when I started playing casually. I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna be good at this game apparently. So like, I get whatever.
yeah.
Clearly,
This game is
clearly not the case anymore. But yeah, the game is hard, but it's just really satisfying and well put together. I would argue. So like, it's fun. It's fun to get good at. It feels really good to get good at. Oh, why did that hit me? Oh no. I thought that was mine.
I thought that was yours too.
I don't care about that.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Buy that. Buy some dogs to take. We are getting into already at the end of this first run. We're heading into the palace of the Sun King Azra. We don't like him. He sucks. We're gonna go beat him up. To do that, we have to get through this like gauntlet here of these doors we need to go break. So I'm basically going to be focusing on these doors while my dogs will take some threat off of me. I don't really need to kill any of these enemies, I just need to break the doors. So I'm going to ignore most of the enemies. I will take care of some of them just because they're in my way. But yeah, for the most part, I'm
Early
really
five buttons.
Yeah. Alright, we're through those. You got one more fight here.
I just realized what joke you made.
I'll take that for more MP. And then we get to this section here, which is a timed section. You don't actually have to kill any of the enemies here until the time runs out, then they need to clear the screen. I'm going to kill enemies anyway because I think it's funny. Especially with how many spider mines I'm about to be spawning.
Also, they're not all gonna blow up, so when it's time to clear the screen, you'll just have more on the screen.
Yep.
I think I missed it. Were the dogs an upgrade that you got, or is that just something that happens with it?
Yes, there is an NPC right before this palace that will sell you a dog for $50.
Oh, nice.
So if I have extra money, sometimes I'll pick up a dog, mostly to get me something that takes some threat off of me. But also, it's just more damage, so.
Also, you get to bring friends with you.
Also, puppies, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, take
Out
some
of
food
this
here. Into the elevator, and heading towards Azra. Oh, take a drink of water. Everyone stay hydrated.
Show them what you're
Okay,
made of.
so yeah, this is the Sun King Azra fight. This fight can get really annoying because he is your moveset. He fights like you, which means he can deflect, he can clash, he can do everything that you can do. It can get really obnoxious sometimes. We'll see how this goes. But
Can he
hopefully, if we're
Spider-Mine?
lucky, he cannot Spider-Mine, but he can do some other things.
All right. Well,
Hopefully, though, we get to
gonna
show off
die.
a really cool glitch that the game has in it. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, this is a scripted sequence where he's going to knock us. Shoutouts to Guilty Gear. He's going to knock us through some screens here. I'm going to throw out as many Spider-Mines as I can before he dies. Try to get a quick kill here. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Fact, because we heard, like, if you can kill Azra in his dying animation, because normally he comes back to life, you have to fight him for a third phase. If you can hit him in his dying animation, you skip the third phase and go straight to the true final boss. This is Absolum, the true final boss. They said the thing. They said the title.
No, the
They said
dogs! The puppers!
Yeah, the dogs are dead.
Dogs
Yeah.
are gone.
Alright. So this fight is a long one. This first like half of the fight here is a 3-phase fight with gated health bars. We're just gonna throw out a bunch of okay, it's fine. Throw out a bunch of spider mines there, get my MP back. And then throw out a bunch more here. Get him before he actually can move. Okay, we're good. And then health bar is going to refill, and we have 2 more phases after those. Cool. And you may be wondering, does he always kill you at the start of the fight? Yes, he does. If you don't have more than 1 life coming into this fight, you just lose the run. So, yeah, this game's hard.
Game hard.
And that is our first run done.
Let's go.
Awesome job.
Yeah.
If that poll is still running for my next character choice, you can go ahead and close that now.
We do have our results for that
Oh,
poll.
cool. Who are we playing next?
It's Brome time.
Let's go!
By a landslide.
Frog
Frog,
wizard!
frog.
Are we
Chat,
taking
it's time-
a little interlude to show off the frogs?
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a little break here, and we're gonna show off the frog babies. I said that Brome is a proud father, and we're gonna go show that off real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Do Goth Brome, cause yeah, of course. I am gonna be doing another lightning build, but you will be seeing a different kind of build with the thunder rituals. So that's cool. But before we actually start the run, let's go say hi to Brome's kids. Oh.
It's so beautiful.
It's good stuff.
I love them. They're perfect.
Brings a tear to my eye.
All right, so yeah,
I love
let's go
frog.
start the next round here. You may be wondering who that like creepy guy in the corner is, and
Why aren't they able
Yeah.
to share such a vast and fertile land?
we're gonna grab that. So instead of the Lightning Arcana upgrade, I grabbed the Lightning Skill upgrade, which instead of those proximity charges that you were seeing in the last run, has this mechanic called Chain Lightning, which like you build up like stacks of on your character, and then when you get enough stacks, then your next hit will do a Chain Lightning attack.
I don't know if Threep is going to give us much of a chance, but I need you to look at the little blue mushrooms and look at their little punching animation.
Let's grab
I'll
that.
take that.
Right now, the skill upgrade's not going to do a whole lot because Brome's unupgraded skill is a little slow. I will still use it sometimes for like intricate fighting game mechanic reasons that I'll explain in a little bit once I have a bit more breathing room. But once we get our first inspiration upgrade, like, you'll see what makes Brome different from the Cider build. This also feels like a good time to know, because you saw it once last run. On top of having, like, the Arcana, like, abilities, you also have an ultimate ability, which, if you see in the upper left corner there, there's that little star icon. That is my ultimate. Each character has their own ultimate ability. You only get one, but it does recharge at every campfire. Brome's has the best one, and you'll see why in just a second. We're going to spam this Arcana here, and then we're going to ultimate, which spawns 3 Bromes, and then also each Brome duplicates the abilities. So now I get, instead of 1 Arcana, I get 3. Also, I get a free MP refill. So yeah, it's really good.
So definitely no blue mushrooms on this run. Brome just swept everything.
Salted water.
That was fast.
The most devilish trick
So yeah,
of nature.
the first inspiration that I grab is one called, I think it's called Drill Rush, which turns, if Brome is running and I input skill, it turns Brome's skill into this drill attack. And each hit of that drill counts towards building up my chain lightning, and also triggers the chain lightning. So that's why, like, you just keep seeing particle effects whenever I use it.
Oh my god.
It makes Brome really good at screen clearing. The best at screen clearing, I think, of the 3 characters that I know how to play, at least. So just, yeah, Drill Rush. You're just gonna be doing this a lot, because it's quite good. Except for these shield guys are annoying. One mechanic that I don't use a whole lot, but I will use sometimes. This game does have grabs and throws. I don't use them a whole lot, but I will use them for shielded enemies, because otherwise you have to, like, wait for them and parry attacks, and I'm too impatient for that. So
Drill Rush seems...
Something
Go
that-
ahead, Rich.
Something that should also be noted, with the 2 characters that we have seen here today, both Cider and Brome are the 2 unlockable characters.
Yes.
Galandra is one of the 2 default ones. So if you're thinking,
And the other
man,
is Carl.
this frog seems a little OP. Yes, Brome is technically the character you unlock by making further progress into the game than you would with Cider.
yep, game does have 4 playable characters. They all play pretty wildly differently. I think it's pretty cool. Brome, like, being the frog wizard, plays a lot with magic. Has a lot of upgrades towards just get upgrades for chain lightning. He gets lots of upgrades built around his arcanas. We're gonna show off right here.
Oh, hey, it's the other boss.
Yeah, we get to see both bosses. That's cool.
I'm not going to call this boss, but I called it during setup.
Yeah, he's a little annoying and a bit harder to kill because he has a shield.
My wrath is
And as I mentioned, shielded enemies are a little annoying. A second inspiration I grabbed there, by the way, was, again, the Arcana Mastery. For Brome's, like, Tornado Arcana, basically it just turns it into a screen clear. It just, like, triples the amount of tornadoes that you spawn. It's really good. Grab that, and I'm poor again. Probably a good time to mention those items that I keep purchasing. Like, those are, like, your more boring, generic upgrade items that you find during the run. Like, 10% increased damage against single targets, 10% damage increase against multiple targets, stuff like that.
That's incredible.
They do have different rarities of items that have different, more powerful upgrades. I picked up one earlier that's like my criticals heal me for 2% of my health every time I use them. There are a couple of items that I'm looking for generally with any given character. You're generally pretty good with buying luck upgrades because that just increases your crit chance, and crits are more damage, and more damage is good. Grab money there. But yeah, there's other upgrades too, and there's a lot of items, and it's like gonna be difficult to explain what all of them do. So I'll just point out the important ones as I get them.
I love to see this puppy just chomp the ghosts. Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, I love the Buppy, but like it is also the worst in terms of combat capabilities. It just doesn't do enough damage compared to the other ones, so I generally don't fight with it. Ah, no.
What you're saying is the puppy can have a little ghost as a treat.
Okay, I think at this point it's probably good enough time to start getting real nerdy with it. So like, for all the fighting game enjoyers out there, this game's got a lot of cool mechanics hidden underneath it, like combos and stuff that are like, I'm not like really educated enough to like talk about it, but like I do have some generally bread and butter combos that I'll use for each of the characters. For Brome, I like his run attack into his aerial attacks. But important thing to note is that when an enemy or when you fall on the ground, normally you can't really be hit by most attacks until you get back up off the ground, which sucks for us because I want to keep attacking. I don't want to have to wait for you to get back up. But there are a number of attacks that can off the ground enemies. It's like if they're on the ground, you can knock them back up. One of the reasons why Brome's Drill Rush is so good is that it isn't off the ground. I'm gonna just bully this boss real quick. And we're gonna ult here and then blow him up.
Don't talk to me or my clone ever again.
Yeah. By Under King.
Or I guess they're more astral projections.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So yeah, one of the nice things about Brome's Drill Rush and about a certain like Brome's charge attack, run attack does this too. A couple of attacks do this as well. Is that yeah, if an enemy is on the ground, then using that attack will knock them off the ground, so you can keep attacking them. Though there is a mechanic in place to prevent infinite combos called overpressure. It's just a passive like value that builds up the more you hit an enemy, and if it maxes out, like a couple dollars short of that. That's not good. That's fine. Everyone say hi to Buff Pirate Lady. Bye, Buff Pirate Lady. Shout outs to lesbians.
Used to be so.
Let's go
Shout outs to
lesbians.
lesbians.
Let's go,
Shout out to
lesbians.
lesbians. Shout out to buff women.
It was a vibrant homeland.
We got Piggy back, everybody. Piggy, wee. Oh, come on, Piggy.
He's got the zoomies.
Nice. No. Yeah, Piggy got the zoomies, which is nice because it like also hits really hard and also moves fast. Oh no, Piggy! No! It's fine.
We don't. There's also another map that we don't see because Threep doesn't go the specific sort of route to find it. But there is also a raptor that
I do have the
in one of
raptor
the sort of
unlocked,
early
and it will show up sometimes. But yeah, it just didn't show up today. And yes, it is adorable, and it shoots fire. Okay. Money. Yeah, other things to talk about. I think hopefully I've covered everything at this point. Oh yeah, I guess I don't think I finished my point on overpressure. Yeah, when the overpressure gauge fills up to 100%, you'll see it when like an enemy starts glowing white, is when they're about to be overpressured. If you hit them into overpressure, then they will fly far away from you and be immune to damage for a temporary time. Generally, we don't want to see overpressure because, again, anything that stops us from attacking enemies isn't good. So sometimes I will... That's really good, actually. Sometimes I will stop damaging an enemy to let their overpressure fall so I can keep attacking them normally.
Burns my soul with hatred.
I did get proximity charges on my Arcana, so we are seeing that again. It just won't be like as like build defining as it is for Cider. How did that hit me? Mean.
You mentioned earlier.
I also really just love. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you can go. Yeah.
I was just saying, I really just love how he rides his staff around, just floating on it.
It's good animation, yeah.
You mentioned earlier that this is a fighting game that doesn't give you anxiety. Would you say this is a good game for people who like struggle with fighting games, asking for a friend?
If you like the idea of fighting games, of like learning the intricacies of a character and like animation cancels and like all that really, really nerdy stuff, but then you also get anxiety at the thought of going online and actually like playing against other players to get good, I think this is a really good game for that. Like, you could really get into the bones of these characters and like learn like
What's this?
what like each of their like every character has animation cancels, which for those who don't,
Many
we'll get to this
hazards and
off.
traps here.
I'm going to actually take this trap real quick because it's actually faster to fight this boss downstairs here than it is to fight the two lizard twin princesses, I think they're called. I don't know. But yeah, for those who aren't like fighting game nerds, animation canceling is just when you're trapped in an animation for a move, you can cancel it by inputting another move. So like, I can cancel my dash attack by inputting a different move, so that I'm not stuck in the animation.
So good now.
That's fine. The third inspiration that Brom gets for his build isn't as important. I kind of just grab the first one that comes up that looks good. The one I grabbed here is just like, it buffs up the damage of my next Arcana based on how many times I hit a target with my skill, which, judging by the fact that I'm using my skill quite a bit, back and forth, it's pretty good. Mean. Yeah, I think if for folks out there who want to get that kind of fighting game experience, but not like have to, you know, deal with the mortifying ordeal of going online and playing against other human beings, I think this game's quite good for that. I think beat 'em ups are good for that in general.
Who would ever play a fighting game online? Perhaps competitively even.
This is nothing
me.
against fighting games. I love fighting games. I love thinking about fighting games. I love watching fighting games. Then it comes to the question of actually going online and playing fighting games. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
But yeah, on that note as well, as much as I was saying this game is hard, this also is more or less a 3-button game. You really do only have... There's not necessarily
Blood of Talam.
other things about fighting games that like motion inputs that I know probably like also put off a lot of people when it comes to like getting to something more traditional, like say a Street Fighter. It's really just your combos are your attack button, or like jumping and then your attack button, or skills into your attack button.
Yeah, the most complex combo
this game is like
really you can do is, a 1-2-3 combo into your skill and then cancel your skill with your Arcana. That's about as complex as it really gets.
Like, the floor to get into Absolum is actually very low. The ceiling at which you can get to by, as Threep was saying, exploring a character, really learning their intricacies, really diving into the systems of this game. Like, I only have a few hours in this game, and even I have barely scratched the surface of, like, what is possible compared to, like, where Threep is.
Nice, that's really cool.
It's also just, if you want to play this game casually, this game has a ton of content. I've been playing this game for 60 hours, and I, like, only really just found all of, like, the hidden side story content that the game has on offer. Like, getting this ready to, like, show off in a speedrun context actually took some time, because there's, like, a lot of, like, side quests that I didn't even know were there. Like, all the personal side quests, I did not know that those existed until I, like, watched other people speedrun it. I'm like, why do you have an Arcana upgrade that I don't have? I need this big ball to stop hitting me. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, let's grab more chain lightning damage. That seems fine. Okay, we're gonna bully this guy real quick.
You're playing under my rules.
Wow, that was a lot of damage.
Sure was. And we're gonna bully him again.
Now that's a lot of damage. Into the blender with you.
True champion.
Sometimes the blue portal thingies will drop item upgrades. I don't know what controls that. There's a lot of this game I still don't know. For those of you who are interested in learning a new speedrun, like, this game has, like, no documentation other than what I've written up in a Word document just for myself. So, like, if you want to, like, help uncover the secrets of this game, like, feel free to hit up my DMs so we can start talking about it, because, yeah. Also, forgot to mention, this game has co-op. So, like, if you want to learn a co-op speedrun, like, you can do that, too. It's got 2-player co-op. So that's pretty cool, too.
Grab a friend. Beat some stuff up.
Yeah, bunch of stuff with your friends.
Am I supposed to ride you?
Oh, there's the raptor.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it'll be there.
Wow, and Brum just called him Stinky.
Feels a little rich coming from a frog. I can't imagine Brum smells great either. But, like, you know.
You know,
He's a wizard. He's probably very clean magically.
or like, yeah, like definitely prestidigitates himself to smell good, probably.
Time is the
He's got to
quick
still
of
have
love.
his little frog oil, but like maybe it smells nice.
Yeah, I don't.
But like, smells nice is an opinion thing, right? Like, it probably smells nice to a frog.
Yeah. It's also like a dark fantasy world, so I imagine everyone in a dark fantasy world kind of smells bad in general.
Yeah. A lot of just remaining in your own filth for prolonged periods of time.
Unless you're a wizard.
Yeah. Another thing I guess to note is I actually quite like the story of this game. It's actually got interesting, like, it's got a lot of interesting things going on. I won't talk much about it because if people want to play it casually, but it feels really good to beat up Azra, I guess is all I'll say. You may have got some hints at the kind of person that Sun King Azra is just by the fact that he has announcers going around saying that all wizards are evil and outlaws and shouldn't be trusted. And it's just nice to go around and beat them up a bunch.
But like, also you get to get the frog babies.
Yeah, and you get to find the frog babies. That quest was actually
And
quite
pet all the
annoying,
mounts.
but it was worth it because at the end of each of the hidden paths I had to go down was a frog baby.
Yeah, where else can you get this great frog-like action?
Frog-like.
I don't like it.
Been sitting on that one.
I know you were.
You can watch the time loss happen in real time as three recoils.
I can see the psychic damage.
Oh yeah, that one hit. It hit just as much as it did the first time I heard it.
And that's what we call an unblockable chat.
Alright, so I got the doors again. Brome's a little bit better at this because his ultimate is... Actually, we're gonna ult here. Get this a little faster.
Is it canon what Brome's tornadoes are made out of? Do we know?
Baja Blast. Or I
It needs to
guess
be a
it's more
little
the
bluer.
color of regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah, they should be a little bluer for that, I think.
Sometimes enemies will sneak past the through the left there, and it's not great, but it's whatever. Alrighty. Getting towards the end of the run here. I hope you all have had a good time. I love this game a lot. I love showing it off. It's been kind of the only thing I've been playing for the past, like, 6 months since it came out. For those who like shorter runs, each run of this game only really lasts about like half an hour. I think my first completed runs were like in the 40-minute range, and now they're closer in the like the 20-minute range, which is nice.
What's your PB? It's like 23 something now?
My overall PB is a 24 like 40 something.
I thought you got down to a 23 at one point.
I did
and
not
we
get
were
a
shocked about it.
23.
Okay.
Are there character-specific times because of how they play differently, or?
I track character-specific times myself, but like the game doesn't have like a statistic for that. No.
Gotcha.
The game is still being actively developed, so I hope that that's the thing that they can add later. Like, there's a patch literally coming out next week with some more content, which is pretty cool, including new costumes, which is nice because I like to look fashionable.
Everything.
Yeah. Shouts to the developers of this game, which, fun fact, they're also the devs behind Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge and the Marvel Cosmic Invasion, two sort of games also kind of known for this sort of beat-em-up renaissance that we're in.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a fan of a beat 'em up. Like since the reboot of Streets of Rage with Streets of Rage 4, it's just like just been quietly pumping out some just really incredible games. And yeah, it's great because like turns out I love beat 'em ups. They're great. They're fun. You should play them more often.
Yeah, which fun fact, also the same devs.
Yep. Alright, this is another Azra fight. Brome has the worst Azra fight of the 3 characters that I know how to play. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here. We're probably not going to get the quick kill, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
I believe.
It's cool. You just get to beat him up even more.
We're not getting the quick kill here, so we will get to see phase 3, so that's cool.
I rule over time and space.
Basically, because, yeah, Azra's, like, unique thing that you learn in this fight phase here is that he controls, time magic. And, ooh, okay. Let's bully him a little bit. Oh, come on. So yeah, he, like, all of his moves duplicate. Twice, because he has time magic and he can do time duplicates of himself. There we go. Okay, cool. We're out of that.
Face me.
I'm not actually worried about like losing a run at this point. I think with my RNG controls I have through rerolling and everything, I'm pretty consistent. But when you are learning this run for the first time, like losing before you can get to Absolum is totally a concern. I have lost runs before because like I just ran out of lives before I even get to it. Because learning all these fights and learning how to execute on all of them actually quite difficult.
Game hard.
Like I make Absolum this fight look really easy, but the first time I saw this fight, I'm like, oh, I'm just never beating this game ever again. Apparently, because this is never gonna happen. Okay, I need you to cooperate, please. What are you doing? Okay. Okay, into phase 2. Time will be coming up once I defeat this boss. It'll be pretty quick. Ah, don't bully me. Ah. In case you're curious, I cannot hit the boss during this phase here. I just kind of avoid it. I do get some hits off him just to get some MP back for the final phase, but other than that, I can't hit him. I have to kind of wait it out. Also, the soundtrack in this game rules, just so you know. Like, oh, time, by the way.
Yeah, that last phase just went by instantly.
Yeah, I also went for things to go that quickly.
Spiteful Tempest.
Spiteful Tempest. Yeah, that's been Absolum. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all had a good time. I love this game a lot, and I love yapping about it, and I love playing it. It just feels good. I like it. It feels good to punch things sometimes. I've been threepup. If you want to watch me play this and other cool indie games, you can follow me on twitch.tv/threepup. Also, shout out to Lady Arcaders. It's great. I love it. I love it here. It's great. Commentators, Mia, where can people find you?
Hi. Yeah, people can find me on twitch.tv/miaschemes. I have been doing my La Mulana First Play, which should be the finale on Friday. And you can also find my dice at my Etsy store, Soul Dice.
And I've I'm just going with the frog sing. Y'all know what I'm going to say.
No, Birch, please, you shoutouts.
I'm Birch. Find me anywhere on the internet at Professor Birch. If you can't, you probably can't find me there. So, you'll see me.
Yeah, I think with that, I'll hand it back to Peak. Please stick around. We got some more cool indie games to show you.
Yes, thank you so much, threepup and Mia and Birch, for that amazing run. Really enjoyed that. As someone who's not familiar with that game at all, it was really cool to see. Yeah, we have one more game in our doubleheader today. But before we get to that, we're gonna go to a quick break. So stay tuned, and we will be right back with more Lady Arcaders Attract Mode.